Hey, this is Jim coming at you live with another segment of the TheRealEstateExpert.Online. Thanks for joining me, folks. Today we're going to talk about the economy that affects the real estate market. Now, if you're a homeowner looking to sell a home and you don't have to, you probably want to stay put and just enjoy that home and let this market ride out. Problem is, a lot of sellers typically will move on an average of 4 to 7 years. That's just how it's always been historically. Well, if you back up to the last 10 years, interest rates were as low as 2.5 and averaging about 3.5 at the time that they obtained a loan. Now fast forward 10 years later, now you're looking at 6.5%, 7% to borrow money. That's a lot of money that you're losing in interest alone. So a lot of homeowners are a bit reluctant to even put their house on the market or sell their home. If they don't have to, they're staying put. Now, buyers, unfortunately, they're struggling because they can't find the inventory. In addition, sellers that are on the market selling, they struggle to find a qualified buyer. The reason being is, if you look at the history and how the market's doing as far as the economy goes, look at the credit card debt. 10 years ago, consumers were using about 12% of increased credit card use, opposed to now, today, it has doubled, about 24% increased over the last 10 years. Well, what does that mean in English terms? Well, what that means is people don't have the means to pay their bills with the money that they're generating from work. So they have to rely on their credit cards to pay basic bills, maybe a mortgage or a car payment. Heaven forbid they're using credit cards to pay for just to make ends meet. That's scary times, folks. And what happens is they get further and further in debt, and then they can't pay it back. This affects their credit scores. Then they're not even able to obtain a loan. This is crazy, crazy market that we're in right now. It's hard to understand completely, and people are wondering why we can't find the inventory, and that's one of the biggest reasons. Sellers aren't willing to put their house on the market unless they have to. The good news is, me as a real estate investor, I buy unorthodox ways. I will offer a seller closer to fair market value, but I'll do it with terms, lease purchase options, owner financing. So it creates a win-win. If you don't need your cash out right now, but you need to get rid of the burden of making a mortgage payment because you have to move somewhere, or your situation is just dire need because maybe you're faced with a foreclosure, going through a divorce, job loss, or job transfer, this is a great alternative way to sell your house. And what I do is I put a buyer in there under a lease purchase term, take over all your holding expenses, mortgage, taxes, insurance, as well as upkeep and maintenance on the property while your mortgage is being paid, and you still get credit for the mortgage being paid. None of that mortgage payment that we pay to your mortgage company gets credited to the purchase price that we purchased the property from you. So it's a great alternative way, something to consider if you really need to sell your house and you don't want to struggle with the challenges faced with putting it on the market with a realtor. Call me today. Be sure to check me out down below. Subscribe to my channel. I hope this helps. And until then, make it a great day. Bye for now.